A winter storm rattled the shutters of Ballycairn, and while the fire danced low in the grate, a forgotten secret waited in the stone. A scrap of parchment blackened by soot carried a road no soul had walked for generations. This is the tale of the map in the chimney. The wind blew hard on a frosty night round the cottage by the hill. Old embers glowed with a golden light, and the world outside stood still. Young Padraig stirred the fire below, and a corner caught his eye. A folded page in the chimney stone where the soot had gathered dry. He brushed away the years of dust, saw a trail through fields and streams, and a mark beside a distant ridge like something from forgotten dreams. The hearth fire crackled soft and low, the shadows danced along the wall, and every line upon that page seemed to whisper, "Follow the call, follow the road, follow the sign, past the ash tree's crooked line, over the hill where the wild winds roam, searching for a place called home. Follow the road, follow the light, trust your heart through darkest night, blind to dreams that never fade. Follow the road the old hands made." At dawn he crossed the meadow gate with the map held in his hand, past foxglove blooms and ancient walls, through the green of the quiet land. A shepherd laughed beside the way, said that road has long been gone, yet the mark upon the parchment page kept pulling him along. Across the brook and through the glen where the blackbird sang so clear, he felt the weight of years behind and the future drawing near. The morning sun broke through the mist, the valley shone below, and every step upon the trail made the old map seem to glow. Follow the road, follow the sign, past the ash tree's crooked line, over the hill where the wild winds roam, searching for a place called home. Follow the road, follow the light, trust your heart through darkest night, blind to dreams that never fade. Follow the road the old hands made. By evening near a lonely ridge he found a stone half buried deep, the very mark the parchment showed where silent memories sleep. No chest of gold, no jeweled crown, no riches bought or sold, just a path once walked by those before, and stories left untold. He looked back toward Ballycairn as the sunset kissed the sky, and knew the greatest treasure found was knowing where roots lie. Some roads lead to silver, some roads lead to fame, but the finest roads remind ye where ye first learned your name. The fire, the fields, the voices gone still linger in the stone, and every road worth traveling will someday lead ye home. Follow the road, follow the sign, past the ash tree's crooked line, over the hill where the wild winds roam, searching for a place called home. Follow the road, follow the light, trust your heart through darkest night, blind to dreams that never fade. Follow the road the old hands made. Follow the road, follow the sign, past the ash tree's crooked line, every turn and every mile brings you home after a while. The fire burned low in Ballycairn. The map lay safe once more. But some say, when the winter winds rise, the chimney still hides another door. The map had led across the hills, but every road needs a guide, and every story needs a soul. Beside the old river mill, where the wheel turned as it had for 100 years, a lass named Saoirse watched the water flow, and the road ahead was about to change forever. The river sang beneath the wheel, turning steady through the day, past mossy stones and willow trees, where silver waters played. Young Saoirse sat beside the bank, with wildflowers in her hand, watching clouds drift slow above the green o' the quiet land. She knew each bend, she knew each stream, each pathway through the glen, and every tale the old folk told again and again and again. Then a stranger came down the river road, a worn map in his hand, and the look upon his travel-worn face spoke of places yet unplanned. Turn, old river, turn once more, guide us to the hidden shore. Carry dreams through rain and sun, the road has only just begun. Turn, old river, sing along, carry hope where hearts belong. Past the fields and hills so still, keep watching over us, old mill. Padraig showed the soot-stained page, the marks worn thin by time, an ancient trail beyond the ridge, a path no one could find. Saoirse smiled and traced the lines, her eyes began to shine, for she had heard her grandfather speak o' that road one time. He'd sworn beyond the western hills, where foxgloves touched the sky, there stood a place forgotten now, though no one knew just why. The water wheel kept turning slow, the sunlight kissed the stream, and suddenly the faded map felt less like a dream. Turn, old river, turn once more, guide us to the hidden shore. Carry dreams through rain and sun, the road has only just begun. Turn, old river, sing along, carry hope where hearts belong. Past the fields and hills so still, keep watching over us, old mill. By twilight near the riverside, they watched the swallows fly, their shadows drifting across the gold that painted evening sky. Saoirse spoke of distant hopes, the places she might roam, yet every road she dreamed about still carried thoughts so home. Padraig listened by the reeds as the river whispered low, I knew some journeys change your path before ye even go. The wheel keeps turning year by year, the water finds its way, and hearts that wander far from home still hear the rivers say, follow where the current leads, trust what lies ahead. For every dream worth chasing, begins with one small step. Turn, oh the river, turn once more. Guide us to the hidden shore. Carry dreams through rain and sun. The road has only just begun. Turn, oh the river, sing along. Carry hope where hearts belong. Past the fields and hills so still, keep watching over us. Oh, turn, oh the river, roll on free. Carry all our memories through the valleys, through the years, past our laughter, past our tears. The wheel turned slow beneath the moon. The river drifted by, and two travelers watched the stars appear. Above the Ballycairn sky. Beyond the mill, beyond the river bends, the old map pointed toward a trail few believed still existed. A path hidden beneath foxglove blooms, where mist clung to the earth, and every turn seemed to shift with the wind. Some roads are easy to follow. This one wanted to be forgotten. The morning mist lay thick and pale across the valley floor, as Padraig and Saoirse left the mill for lands unseen before. The map showed only faded marks, a trail through bloom and stone, a road that vanished from the world yet somehow lingered on. Pink foxgloves swayed beside the way, tall guardians o' the lane, their petals trembling in the breeze like whispers in the rain. The farther that they wandered on, stranger grew the air, for every turn behind their back seemed different than it were. Walk the foxglove path tonight, through the mist and silver light. Follow where the wild winds laugh, down the winding foxglove path, step by step and mile by mile. Trust the road for just a while, though the world may shift and sway. The foxglove path will find its way. Near noon they reached an ancient gate, half hidden by the green. Its hinges rusted long ago, yet newer than they seemed. Beyond it stood a crooked oak, twice marked upon the page, its twisted roots wrapped round the earth like fingers o' an age. A raven watched from high above, then vanished through the sky, and moments later both could swear they heard another cry. The foxgloves danced beside the trail, their shadows long and thin, as if the road itself had life and watched the pair within. Walk the foxglove path tonight, through the mist and silver light. Follow where the wild winds laugh, down the winding foxglove path, step by step and mile by mile. Trust the road for just a while, though the world may shift and sway. The foxglove path will find its way. As evening drew across the hills, the mist began to rise, covering stones and hidden streams soft beneath the skies. The map no longer matched the land, the trail split three directions wide, yet one lone foxglove bloom stood bright upon the proper side. Saoirse smiled and pointed there, the flowers know the road. So onward through the silver haze, the faithful travelers strode. Some roads are marked by milestones, some roads are drawn by kings, but some are written open hearts when maps have all gone wrong. Walk the foxglove path tonight, through the mist and silver light. Follow where the wild winds laugh, down the winding foxglove path. Step by step and mile by mile, trust the road for just a while. Though the world may shift and sway, the foxglove path will find its way. Walk the foxglove path once more, toward the hidden orchard door, past the bloom and through the haze, carrying wonder through the days. The foxgloves faded in the dusk, the stars appeared above, and somewhere beyond the hills ahead, a secret waited still. The foxglove path had carried them beyond the hills, beyond the roads marked on any map. Now the trail ended at the edge of a marsh where the mist never seemed to lift. And when darkness came, strange lanterns appeared upon the water, lights that no hand had lit. The daylight faded soft and slow beyond the western reeds, as Padraig and Saoirse reached the marsh where silence ruled the fields. The water stretched beneath the dusk, still as polished glass, reflecting clouds of silver grey across the moonlit grass. No cottage light, no village road, no sound of wheel or bell, just distant winds among the reeds and stories none could tell. Then one small glow appeared ahead, drifting low and bright, followed by another flame that danced across the night. Lanterns of the marsh tonight, floating through the silver light, calling softly through the haze, guiding hearts through hidden ways. Lanterns on the darkened tide, shining where old secrets hide, past the reeds and water still, beyond the reach of mortal will. A narrow boardwalk crossed the bog, worn smooth by years unknown. The lanterns drifted one by one as if they led them on, each glow reflected in the black like stars beneath the ground. And every step along the planks made not the slightest sound. Saoirse paused beside the reeds, the lights are moving slow, yet when she turned to point again, they drifted where none go. The mist rolled thicker from the water, wrapped in round the shore, and every lantern seemed to show a different path once more. Lanterns of the marsh tonight, floating through the silver light, calling softly through the haze, guiding hearts through hidden ways. Lanterns on the darkened tide, shining where old secrets hide, past the reeds and water still, beyond the reach of mortal will. Then through the fog a shape appeared, a weathered standing stone, the very mark the old map bore when first the quest had grown. The lanterns gathered all around like fireflies in the dark, illuminating ancient signs carved deep within the rock. An arrow pointed toward the east, beyond the marshland plain, toward hills unseen behind the mist and roads not known by name. Some lights are lit by weary hands, some shine from hearth and home, but some appear for travelers who dare the night alone. The marsh remembers every step, every voice, every name, and leaves for those who seek the same. Lanterns of the marsh tonight, floating through the silver light, calling softly through the haze, guiding hearts through hidden ways. Lanterns on the darkened tide, shining where old secrets hide, past the reeds and water still, beyond the reach of mortal will. Lanterns glow and lanterns fade, yet the path remains displayed. Through the darkness, through the years, past our hopes and past our fears. The final lantern drifted west, its reflection growing small, but the mark upon the standing stone had changed the journey all. Beyond the marsh, beyond the lantern lights, the old trail climbed toward the high country. The standing stone had pointed east toward a ridge forgotten by time. There, upon the windswept heights, waited a stone unlike any other, a stone that did not merely stand, a stone that sang. Morning broke upon the hills with golden light and cloudless skies, as Padraig and Saoirse climbed the ridge where the heather softly sighed. The map had grown near worn away, its edges thin with age, yet one last mark remained ahead upon the faded page. The wind blew cool across the slope, the valley spread below, and far beyond the circle stone caught the sunlight's glow. No bird sang near that lonely place, no sheep grazed by the hill, as though the land itself stood still, awaiting something still. Hear the stone, hear it sing, hear the ancient echoes ring, through the valleys, through the years, past forgotten hopes and fears. Hear the stone, hear it call, voices hidden in its wall, carrying stories on the wind from the places time has thinned. The standing stone rose twice a man, grey against the endless blue, its surface worn by countless storms, yet every carving clear and true. Strange symbols curled along its face, like rivers carved in sand, and when Padraig placed his hand upon it, a note rolled through the land. Low and deep it filled the air, a sound both old and grand, as though 1,000 years old songs had slept beneath the land. The hills returned the melody, the valleys joined along, and every stone across the ridge seemed to answer with a song. Hear the stone, hear it sing, hear the ancient echoes ring, through the valleys, through the years, past forgotten hopes and fears. Hear the stone, hear it call, voices hidden in its wall, carrying stories on the wind from the places time has thinned. As the final note began to fade, a hidden line appeared, a pathway etched beneath the moss that no one else had seen for years. The carvings glowed within the light, oh, the slowly rising sun, revealing marks upon stone that matched the ancient one. Not treasure maps, no royal signs, nor riches buried deep, but directions tell an orchard lost where old memories sleep. Saoirse smiled and met his gaze, the journey's nearly done, yet both could feel the road ahead had only just begun. Some songs are carried by the sea, some travel through the air, but some remain inside the earth, waiting for hearts to care. The stone remembered every soul who crossed the ridge before and sang their names into the wind forevermore. Hear the stone, hear it call, voices hidden in its wall, carrying stories on the wind from the places time has been. Hear the stone, hear it rise beneath the endless emerald skies, pointing onward through the dawn, toward the road still leading on. The wind moved softly through the heather, the echoes drifted far away, yet long after the song was gone, the hills remembered what it had to say. The singing stone had revealed the way, but every journey reaches a place where certainty fades. Beyond the eastern ridge stood Knockfarren, a lonely highland where storms gathered without warning. The orchard lay somewhere beyond those hills, if the travelers could survive the rain. Morning broke in shades of grey, the sun hid far away, as Padraig and Saoirse crossed the moor where cold winds love to stay. The heather bent beneath the sky, the clouds hung dark and low, and every step toward Knockfarren felt heavier than before. The map lay folded in his coat, protected from the rain, though distant thunder rolled ahead across the open plain. The air grew still, the birds fell quiet, the hills stood dark and bare, as if the land itself was waiting for something in the air. Rain over Knockfarren falling slow, across the hills where wild winds blow, wash the dust from every mile, guide us onward for a while. Rain over Knockfarren cold and wide, rolling down the mountainside. Though the storm may test our will, we'll keep climbing higher still. By afternoon the heavens broke, the rain came rushing down, turning past the streams of mud across the rugged ground. The old map nearly slipped away, caught by a sudden gust, but Saoirse grabbed the parchment fast before it met the dust. Lightning flashed beyond the ridge, bright against the grey, while thunder echoed through the hills like drums across the way. The wind grew fierce around their backs, the valley disappeared, yet neither turned nor slowed their pace, though every step felt feared. Rain over Knockfarren falling slow, across the hills where wild winds blow, wash the dust from every mile, guide us onward for a while. Rain over Knockfarren cold and wide, rolling down the mountainside. Though the storm may test our will, we'll keep climbing higher still. Near sunset on a rocky rise, they sheltered by a stone, watching rivers race below through valleys overgrown. The storm began to lose its strength, the darkest clouds moved west, and through a break within the sky a golden light broke crest. Across the distant hills ahead a rainbow touched the land, and far beyond its colored arc they saw the orchard stand. For just a moment through the rain its blossoms seemed to shine, like something lifted from a tale forgotten by old time. Some roads are easy in the sunlight, some roads are carved by rain, and every dream worth holding close must weather loss and pain. The storm may hide the distant goal, the clouds may block the view, but hearts that walk together find a way to carry through. Rain over Knockfair and falling slow across the hills where wild winds blow, wash the dust from every mile, guide us onward for a while. Rain over Knockfair and cold and white, rolling down the mountainside. Though the storm may test our will, we'll keep climbing high. Rain over Knockfair and drift away, bring the light to a brighter day. Past the clouds and through the storm, meet us where the blossoms form. The final drops fell from the sky, the thunder faded thin, and somewhere beyond the rain-washed hills the last chapter would begin. Beyond the storm, beyond the ridge, beyond every question the old map had asked, the travelers finally stood before the place the singing stone had promised. Not a vault of gold, not a king's lost treasure, but something older, something far rarer, a garden forgotten by the world, the hidden orchard. The dawn broke soft on emerald hills, the storm clouds drifted far, as Padraig and Saoirse across the rise beneath the morning star. The valley opened wide below, bathed in golden light, and there among the rolling fields a wondrous came to sight. Rows of ancient apple trees stretching near and far, their blossoms glowing pink and white beneath the sky's bright arch. No walls remained, no keeper stood, no gate, no lock, no throne, yet somehow every branch and leaf felt cherished though alone. Welcome to the hidden orchard, where the old dreams still remain, where the roots hold every memory like sunshine after rain. Welcome to the hidden orchard, where the blossom petals fly, where forgotten hopes keep blooming beneath the open sky. They wandered through the ancient rows, past trunks both wide and tall, where carvings worn by countless years still lingered on the bark. Names, oh travelers, long since gone, stories left behind. Farmers, sailors, wanderers, preserved by roots and time. One tree bore the mark of stars, another riverside reeds, each seeming to remember lives and long forgotten deeds. The wind moved softly through the leaves, a whisper warm and clear, as though the orchard knew them both and welcomed them near. Welcome to the hidden orchard, where the old dreams still remain, where the roots hold every memory like sunshine after rain. Welcome to the hidden orchard, where the blossom petals fly, where forgotten hopes keep blooming beneath the open sky. Near the center stood a tree, older than the rest. Its branches spread like open arms across the orchard's crest. Beneath it lay a weathered stone, covered deep in moss, an inscription barely visible despite the years and loss. It spoke of those who built the grove generations long before, who planted not for wealth or fame, but for those still to come. Padraig read the faded words and slowly understood the greatest treasure left behind was simply doing good. Gold may vanish, kingdoms fall, the strongest walls decay, but kindness planted in the earth can live another day. Like roots beneath the orchard floor, invisible yet strong, the deeds we leave for others can outlast every song. Welcome to the hidden orchard, where the old dreams still remain, where the roots hold every memory like sunshine after rain. Welcome to the hidden orchard, where the blossom petals fly, where forgotten hopes keep blooming beneath the open sky. Welcome to the hidden orchard, where tomorrow starts today, where every heart that finds this place carries part. Oh, it away. The blossoms drifted on the breeze, the sunlight warmed the land, and though the journey neared its end, one final road still spanned. For every traveler who finds a treasure must someday journey home. The orchard had been found, the mystery solved. The old map had led exactly where it was meant to lead. But every journey, no matter how wondrous, must someday turn toward home. Now the road wound west once more, through the heather-covered hills of Ballycairn, and the travelers carried far more than they had when they began. The morning sun rose soft and gold above the orchard trees, as Padraig and Saoirse packed their things beneath the gentle breeze. The blossoms danced behind their backs, the valley shone below, yet both knew where the road now led and where they had to go. The map lay folded in his coat, its purpose nearly done. The faded marks no longer seemed as important as they'd once become. For every road that leads ye out will someday turn ye round, and every dream worth chasing leaves footprints on the ground. Homeward through the heather, through the purple hills we roam, carrying all the stories that guide a wanderer home. Homeward through the heather, beneath the endless sky, the road may stretch before us, but home is drawing nigh. The foxglove path lay quiet now, The marsh stood calm and still. The lantern lights had long since faded beyond the distant hill. They crossed again by Knockfarren, now bright beneath the sun. The storm clouds gone, the river's clear, their troubled weather done. The singing stone upon the ridge still faced the open plain, and one low note rode on the wind as though it knew their names. Each place they passed held memories of wonder, fear, and grace, and every mile reminded them how far they'd come through space. Homeward through the heather, through the purple hills we roam, carrying all the stories that guide a wanderer home. Homeward through the heather, beneath the endless sky. The road may stretch before us, but home is drawing nigh. By twilight they reached Ballycairn, the village warm with light, the chimney sending ribbons high into the autumn night. The old mill wheel still turned along the river's gentle bend, and suddenly the place they'd left felt new again. Padraig stood before the hearth where all the tale began, the chimney stone still dark with soot, just as they always had been. He smiled and placed the ancient map back where it once had lain, for some adventures end at home before they start again. The treasure wasn't hidden gold, nor jewels buried deep, but friendships made along the road and promises we keep. The hills, the rain, the orchard blooms, the rivers running free, all become a part of us and who we choose to be. Homeward through the heather, through the purple hills we roam, carrying all the stories that guide a wanderer home. Homeward through the heather, beneath the endless sky. The road may stretch before us, but home is drawing nigh. Homeward through the heather, past the places that we've known, for the greatest gift of any road is knowing where ye belong. Homeward through the heather, where the firelight softly gleams, and every road we travel becomes a part of our dreams. The fire burned warm in Ballycairn, the wind sighed through the night, and somewhere deep within the chimney stone, a corner of parchment caught the light. Perhaps another